My name's Andrew Wilson. I'm a young 57-year-old who's come into yoga relatively late in life. I live in Cheshire, but I've lived in California, in Spain, in Chile, Brazil, and the States. But we're all souls, and we all come together in one world, and yoga reflects that as well. So I'm delighted to be here. I got into yoga because I was searching for something more spiritual in life. I understood the chaoticness of life had to change. I got introduced to Brahma Kumaris, which is yoga of the mind in San Francisco, and then started doing Bikram yoga. And then from that, some Ashtanga yoga, some Hatha yoga. And over time, I've understood that doing yoga is good for mind, body, and soul. And especially recently, I've found being a guy, as you're typing, driving, flying, carrying stuff the whole time, you build huge tension in your shoulders and your neck. And yoga is a great way, as a guy, to release that stress and tension, although it's really hard sometimes to stay on the mat. A couple of times I walked past yoga studios and it was all kind of women, and I thought, it's not for men. And then I took the courage one day and I said, well, think on a more spiritual level and a physical level, and I went in. And what I realized was everyone is on their own mat, doing their own practice, and people were always very opening. And although you tend to feel it's a more feminine energy, once you understand that everyone is equal and they're not looking at you and you're not looking at them, once you then focus on the mat, you just get on with your practice. And what's amazing, I feel you go into another world. All your thoughts go away because you have to concentrate on each exercise and each position, each asana. So initially, yes, it's scary, but then you realize you're into this not secret world, this open world for any man of any age and any woman, any child, to come and participate in a spiritual, very equal environment. Discovering Samahita was linked to discovering my wife, Deborah. When she said 5 years ago she came to Samahita and had an extraordinary time, and we met 2 weeks after that, and it was kind of a meeting of twin flames, and she said, I've been to this place, Samahita. So for 4.5 years, we've dreamt of coming to Samahita. And Deborah kept on saying, I think you'll like it. It's, there's a lot of women, but there's guys too, and it's a good place. So when it was raining in Mallorca, we canceled our holiday and booked a flight straight away with our 2-week holiday to Samahita. As I arrived, she said to me, you've gone quieter than I've ever known you. She said, why? I said, Samahita has made a mockery of all our other holidays. She said, why? I said, because at Samahita, there is everything I could wish for. There is fellowship, community, health, quietness, stimulation, spirituality, exercise. And for me as a guy, when you can go spinning, do core exercises, do some press-ups, some sit-ups, and combine it with yoga in a beautiful place, it fits everything really. And you're not on a starvation diet. I mean, you might eat a little bit too much, but you regulate yourself to say, I'll eat what I need now. And the juices are incredible, the staff's incredible. So Samahita, I'll be coming back, and we're starting a fund at home. If we say we want to go out and have a meal or a drink, we're saying, let's put it in the Samahita bowl. And hopefully that'll build up and we'll afford our next trip. So we will be coming back, and this is like our detox, our spiritual, emotional detox, but it's a reinvigoration of soul and energy. And I can actually bend my shoulders, I can stretch my arms up, and I know to stretch my hands and to reach out. And these are small things that millimeter by millimeter, my body is becoming more supple and more elevated. And I need to thank Samahita for that, the joy of finding the place together. And I encourage more men, women, people to come.